The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is heading into its launch week, and things couldn't be more exciting for fans out there. It looks like the sales of the game are booming all over Amazon, the COMG. Looks like this game is going to be breaking records when it launches on the Nintendo Switch on May 12th, and I can't be more excited to get my hands on the game and play it. But there's something that goes even above and beyond what we're seeing with the launch of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and it's the effect that's going to happen with this game going forward. And please just make sure you follow with me on this one, because it's going to be a wild ride. But before we get into that, we do have a Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch OLED that we are giving away. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the link in the description to the community page. Vote on your favorite Legend of Zelda game of all time. Drop a comment on there, and I will be picking a winner at random. Plus, we'll also have other big giveaways for the Legend of Zelda that I will announce in the future, so now is the best time to join in on the community. Now let's get back into this, because the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom not only provides an incredible, huge, massive AAA game for players to enjoy on the Nintendo Switch as we head into the twilight years, the swan songish for the system, but it also opens up a massive opportunity for somebody else that's developing on the Nintendo Switch, a developer who's been with Nintendo for more than a decade now, a developer that actually helps the Legend of Zelda games be as good as they are. And without this team, the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom wouldn't be the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild wouldn't have been what it was. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword wouldn't have been as good as it was. Heck, even going back to the Nintendo 3DS with the Link Between Worlds. And yes, that studio is Monolith Soft. They are the studio, the developers that make the Xenoblade games. And if you've played the Xenoblade games, those games have phenomenal geography, phenomenal open worlds, fantastic in terms of how they do it, their story, their scripting, their setting, how they develop their games, and their technical expertise has been invaluable for the Legend of Zelda series. And I feel that with the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, here's what we do know about this game. It's got some crazy new ways that the land potentially could change. It's got new environments. It's got sky areas. It's got crazy amount of things that for sure Monolith Soft was right there helping to develop. Monolith Soft was part of that driving force of innovation to bring to the Legend of Zelda series, but especially starting with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and now even magnified more with Tears of the Kingdom. Now the game, obviously some people are playing it, it's leaked out there, and I'm kind of avoiding the leaks, man. I'm not looking at anything, but the gist of what I'm hearing, what people are saying without any spoilers, is that this game absolutely rocks, that this game completely blows the open world genre out of the water, that it turns things on its head, that the fact that this game is as good as it is, and I've had multiple people tell me this without any spoilers, just saying that you guys pretty much aren't ready for something like this. That to me opens up so many opportunities. Now, if you line it up with Monolith Soft, what have they been doing recently? What has been big for them? Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed. Both of these games, once again, doing incredibly well. Looks like Xenoblade is getting a nice bump up in sales. Xenoblade 3 from the Future Redeemed content. And if you've played that game, those games have beautiful open worlds, run good, look good. Everything is awesome in those games. It's just not as popular as Zelda, but they take that experience and apply it to make Legend of Zelda even better. And I feel that this is going to open up a massive opportunity, especially after beating the most recent DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the Future Redeemed DLC. This is going to open up a massive opportunity, money, and essentially the next major RPG series, the next major open world game that Nintendo was going to get into after the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I think things are lining up with Tears of the Kingdom. The development finished on that game. With Xenoblade Chronicles 3 last year, what they did, Future Redeemed this year, and everything is lining up not only for the next Monolith Soft game to be absolutely incredible, but for the team to have even a bigger budget, more experience, and make the game even better. This is an absolutely incredible opportunity, and the experience and skill that Monolith Soft has developed not only from making the Xenoblade franchise, but also making some of the best open world games of all time with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and what it's looking like to be with Tears of the Kingdom is absolutely going to make their next game incredible and a must-play game. I think for all fans out there, RPG fans, definitely going to want to check it out. Open world fans, I am excited because I think they've picked up so many little things here and there from the Zelda series and vice versa to infuse their style and their experience in making huge, believable, great looking open worlds with lots of diversity and lots of just stuff to do on a system that isn't as powerful as other consoles out there, yet they make these worlds look so believable and awesome and ingrained and immersive to get into the world. Like, things are even getting better with Tears of the Kingdom, and I've seen a huge bump from what we saw with Xenoblade 1 and 2 to Xenoblade 3, and even with the compact and density of Future Redeemed compared to what we've gotten before in the past. I think that is tying into The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I think that it's going to tie into what they do. So this massive opportunity that Tears of the Kingdom brings, not only from an experience standpoint, from a development standpoint, and from just a size and the money that they've been making with these games, it's going to really lead to Monolith Soft doing bigger and better things with the Zelda series going forward in the future. Obviously with Tears of the Kingdom based off of what some people have been saying, and of course with whatever they do next. So I'm very excited for that. We did hear that Monolith Soft also got pay raises across the board, so they're clearly doing things right there because they did get those big pay raises. And let's get into the next thing with The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. On the official Nintendo of America channel, they are going all in because we have a brand new 6-minute plus relive the story recap of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If you watch this trailer, you will be able to see a full recap, general recap, of what went down in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's a good refresher, and it's also narrated very well. So definitely check it out. Even if you've played Breath of the Wild and you know the story, go back there, get a refresher, get a recap, so you can get excited, hyped, ready to go, so you know what happened in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So I really like the fact that they're doing this. I think that Nintendo's marketing for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, people were complaining about it. This has been some of the best marketing that they've done, in my opinion, because they drove the hype at the right time, and it's completely translating into probably the biggest day one or week one sales ever for a Zelda game by a very large margin. Better than anything else that they've ever done, and it's not going to be close. This is really where Tears of the Kingdom, where Zelda takes that next step at launch, not over the course of a whole generation like we saw with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but at launch, having those explosive sales that you would see for a Pokemon game or even like a Splatoon title or stuff that's launched higher than previous Zelda games. Not anymore. The Legend of Zelda is now big time into that category where we could expect 10 million plus, 12 million, 15 million in that first couple of weeks, which Zelda has never done. It's never done that. But with Breath of the Wild, it turned something new, and based off of what I'm tracking with the sales, it absolutely looks like it's going to be doing that, and it's going to hit those numbers pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and talk about some other things as well. We have an official Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Treehouse event. They're calling it Launch Event Live Stream and Nintendo Treehouse Live. So they said on Twitter, Nintendo of America official page said, "Get ready, Legend of Zelda fans. We will be hosting a special live stream leading up to the at Nintendo NYC midnight launch of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Tune in on May 11th, starting at 6:45 p.m. PT, 9:45 p.m. ET, to watch Nintendo Treehouse Live and more." Now, this is one of those events that I'm not sure if I'm going to watch or not, because that is right before the game launches. They're getting everybody hyped. They're getting everybody ready. There's going to be a collector's editions at that Nintendo NYC. There's going to be Nintendo employees playing. This is going to be the massive launch, a bigger launch probably for any game Nintendo's done in the period of the Nintendo Switch. Like, this is the biggest, I think, when it comes to just the core gamers getting excited for a title with the install base that it has. Definitely one of the biggest launches that they've had outside of Pokemon since probably Animal Crossing. That was the last time with a game that's going to review in the 90s and going to sell 20 million units plus. That is the last time that we've seen that, you know, so it's been a while. So it's going to be a big deal here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to watch it at all. Like, I might stream it maybe, but I know I'm going to be streaming The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom that night. So I know I will be streaming. I'll be locked in, ready to go. I will have, you know, slept, make sure that everything's good. I'll be giving away a digital copy of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We'll be giving away our Nintendo Switch OLED as well. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, all that. Make sure you go vote on the community page, link in the description. So it's going to be absolutely incredible. We do have a bit more information because Nintendo of America actually revealed a new gameplay element that was embargoed from the preview event, it seems. So they said this on Twitter: cook anytime, anywhere with this handy portable pot in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Though it certainly is convenient, this pot is a single-use item, so keep that in mind. So you gotta kind of stock up on them. Maybe you can buy multiple ones, or maybe they'll say, no, you can't buy more than one. But either way, I think that it's really good to have as a failsafe if you can't find somewhere to cook. You're up in the Sky Islands, there's nowhere to cook. You now have a nice recipe book as well, so you combine a portable cooking pot with the recipe, once again showing some of the better features over The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's going to make playing this game so much better. There are so many things that has been added to this game, even without the leaks and people trying to spoil it for people out there. What they showed with the Alnuma gameplay, what they showed with the trailer number 3, what they showed with the preview event with everybody that got a chance to play it at Nintendo in New York. That shows that this game really is going above and beyond what people even thought that it would be. Many people thought that was going to be $70 DLC, and now that has pretty much been blown completely out of the way, right? And people blame Nintendo, people blame this or that, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's games like The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I talked about this on my live stream, that really bring us together as a community to say, wow, this medium with gaming is the best in the world. This is why it's exciting to be a content creator. This is why it's exciting to be a fan. This is why it's exciting to be a gamer in this space, because this is the type of game is why you play games in the first place. It's like games like Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom that can completely change your life or give you different perspective or give you so much joy and happiness and something to do that it can really outweigh whatever else is happening or move you towards a more positive light. And for me, Breath of the Wild was that game for me. It really marked a turning point in my life, in my career, and what I was doing, and helped me become a better person. There was other things. I'm not completely saying it's a video games reasoning, but it was a catalyst. It was a part of it. So I think that Tears of the Kingdom can be very much like Breath of the Wild for many people. And for me, I'm looking at it like this is a hype game to get excited about and why I love covering. And the reason why I didn't quit all those years ago when I felt like quitting a million times. So Tears of the Kingdom is that type of game, and these type of cool additions is just small part of what we're going to be getting very soon here, or people are already playing, or whatever the case is. If you're watching this in the future and all that, it's just awesome, man. It's so cool that they're adding all these things, and I cannot wait to play the game myself, of course. So what do you guys think about everything here? Please make sure you check out the link in the description, enter into our giveaway, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button as well, and check out some of our other Legend of Zelda content. We've got a lot of great stuff we're cooking here, just like Link, when it comes to content. That'll be right here on screen for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you for the next video. どうか彼に力を